Are you looking to get better at Valorant? Well, do I have the news for you? Recently, Teets and I did a couple of coaching sessions over on the website, and well, I'll let him explain it for you.
Now, our players would join me and King in a group chat, and then they would tell me what they want to improve at, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and who they main. And a common concept that people seem to struggle with is that they don't know what to do in the mid-round. What ends up happening is that a team will try and rush a site, get stuffed, or their entry will die, and then everyone just freezes up. The thing that people don't understand is that if you're stagnant and not proactive with what you're doing, you're probably going to lose. Let's say, for example, you try and just hit A site on ascent, but the enemy team Sova arrows outside of B. They're not going to see anything and then probably rotate. That means that every second that you wait behind that molly that stuffed your push is an extra second that the enemy team has to rotate appropriately. This is where the duelists come in. Sometimes you don't have time to wait. Are you mollied? Smoked? Well, satchel or dash or slide your way out of there and make the space that your team desperately needs. But another common issue is that duelists are sometimes too afraid to go in. And then that's another common question that we get is, if my duelist doesn't want to go in, what should I do? Well, the answer to that is to go kill a guy. Actually, that's the answer to those of you who don't know what to do in the mid round. It's to go find a kill. Whether this is to run at the site, re-clear mid, or just take some aim duels, your main focus should be just to go kill someone. This is the first step to improving at game sense. When you start going to kill people and then die, you'll start asking yourself, was that the best play I could have made? Why? Should I have done something else? Here, I told this to Jace, a Sova main who I was coaching. No one was following up off their drone or arrow or anything, so I told him just to get in there himself. Listen to this.
So I saw you mentioned in your text thing in the group chat that you were worried about the mid round as well. If you're ever in doubt, just try and look for a kill. I mean, like doing brain dead stuff, like just getting ready to shoot your arrow on the ground and just swing out B main and try and kill a guy. Because from there you get better at fighting and whatnot, and you'll figure out like what to do quicker. You know, because you were down 4v5, you didn't really know what to do, you're hanging around tiles. Best thing to do was if you're ever confused or ever just like zoned out, just pull yourself back to kill a guy, you know? Yeah, throw that arrow out and just go run. Follow the doggy, follow the doggy. Trust, take the leap of faith. Yes, there you go. Yes! Atta baby! Oh my goodness gracious, he's insane.
Jace finally got over their fear of going in, recognized the space his dog and Dart made for him, and he literally won his team the round. He's not playing Jet or Reyna or Raze or Neon or whoever, he just took the space himself. So when in doubt, go try and kill a guy. That's how you learn. By the way, if you want to schedule a coaching session with me or any of our Radiant level coaches, be sure to check out the website. Full 1-hour live sessions where we coach you through a game and give you direction on what you need to work on. So if you're interested, be sure to check out the website at SkillCapped.com. Now, another concept that lower ranked players don't seem to understand is how important it is that you fight with your teammates. Even if you're no calm, baiting, Reyna is pushing defender spawn all by herself and is overheating, you should all be following up behind her, ready to try and trade her out. Even though she is overextending, you should always be playing with her, flashing for her, swinging with her. The last thing you want to do is give the enemies 1v1s and chances to win the round. And this same concept applies to so many different scenarios. Let me show you what I mean. Zombies, another player that I coached, had the right idea. He noticed that his Skye was all alone on site, and the enemy team was piling in. By using his Omen paranoia across the front of site, he gave his team a huge opening to win the round. This relates to that timing thing that I talked about before. His blind gave his team enough time to come stack the site. The key concept the Zombies missed out on, though, is that he needs to go in and fight with his team. Chamber had the right idea to run in there and help his Skye, and had he killed one, they probably win the round, but he didn't. And our Omen was heaven, and they lost. Their team's only timing to win the round is when he flashed for his team, and then he had to go in and fight with them. This concept of always trying to fight with your team is going to win you so many more rounds and rank you up so much quicker. Is your Jet playing A long in Haven? Started for her is Breach from A Link. Does your Omen want to push C long? Throw him a flash so he can teleport and run down. Or you can op in such a way that you take contact first and then he can fight with you. And then when you take this skill to the next level, you'll start to be able to look at the map, notice what your teammates are doing, and then play off of them. Here, take a look at this clip from my session with Elephant. Had our Skye realized how close his teammates were to tree, he could have flashed out of the smoke, his Jet would have dashed out, and they would have overrun the site and probably killed the chamber. But because Elephant waited until his teammates had died, he gave the enemy team so many 1v1s that the round became almost near impossible to win. And again, this skill works in a wide variety of situations. Let's say that you're looking up A lobby as Omen, and your team is making a ton of noise towards mid and B. It's probably safe to assume that there's only one left on A, and since you know this gives you an advantageous 1v1 as long as you clear your angles properly. A player who doesn't know how to play off their teammates would probably just keep walking down sewer and die to a guy watching it before his teammates even had a chance to bait over rotates. Being able to play off your teammates is such a valuable skill to have in Valorant. And speaking of skills to have, another important one is knowing when to fight. Is your team up 5v3? You probably don't want to take a fight. Are you down 2v4? Yeah, you probably want to fight someone and try and even out the man advantage. Have a look at this clip where I talk more about this.
Yeah, just play that as safe as you can. I'm gonna plant for long here, Sky.
You're lurking, Reyna.
Oof. I called the Sky.
Oh, you
We're
almost.
not on?
Yeah,
We
in
got
a
50 Blake
situation.
there. We don't need everyone pushing.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Teammates kind of threw, but yeah, in a clutch
I
situation
know,
like
I'm
that,
talking more about Sky. Like, I'm trying to call for her to stick with
to
me
chill. Yeah. When Reyna died, one of you or Sky needs to go and try and make a play, or like since you're in a 1v3, you have to like push up and try and just isolate your gunfights. Wrapping CT, I mean, like that's I'll play for sure, but I think it was too late because they were already on site. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and the bomb
they
wasn't
were
planted for
already
CT. So next time we're in like a situation where you're down a man, it's okay to like take a risk and like push up and like try to take some gunfights. You know?
Okay, so when was Reyna going to stop pushing up? It's obvious that she doesn't know when she needs to fight and when she needs to live. With our Omen rotating through to C, naturally, defenders are going to run into the Reyna. Reyna shouldn't run into them. She didn't need to fight. She needed to live. The Sky tried making a play, but it wasn't very good. And now our Omen is screwed. But the round isn't unwinnable yet. Unfortunately, notice how our Omen hesitated in the garage. Had he knifed out and got into window, he probably could have found some timing to shoot them in the back. But at least he knew when to fight. He was down 1v3 and at least attempted to make a play. Now, he could look back at this and then realize what he needs to do next time. That's how you learn. And these types of scenarios aren't the only times that this knowing when to fight concept applies. If you're being pinched from, let's say, A long and A short, it's best to fight one side if you can't retreat off to site. If you successfully get a 2-for-1 trade or something with your teammate on A long, you now have all this space to retreat and stay alive until your other teammates come over. Here, watch this clip from my coaching session with Jace.
I've got your trail.
Yep. Just gotta fight one side. So when you're getting pinched, if you're getting pinched ever, in any situation, just like you're getting pinched from Cat and aim in there, you just have to completely forget about one side. If they run up behind you, it is what it is. You just have to fight one side and try and fight your way out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Even if they're pushing from Cat and they're stomping or whatever, just your main priority is to like push through a main so they can't pinch you. You know?
If you're getting pinched, you need to fight one side or otherwise you're going to get screwed. In general, knowing when to fight and when not to fight can mean all the difference in these close rounds. But this is all just one of many in-depth guides that we have on our website though. We also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries. We have Radiant players walking through exactly how to have the most impact possible in a bunch of different situations. As you mentioned before, it's also backed by a rank improvement guarantee, and the reason we do that is because you're just that confident that our service works. And then if it doesn't work, then you shouldn't pay. So what are you waiting for? You got nothing to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started on your way to that rank that you deserve. So hopefully you guys learned a thing or two from these coaching sessions that we did. Honestly, having an outsider's perspective on your game can really open up your eyes as to what you really need to improve on. I mean, that's how I got better at this game, and you'd be surprised how biased we can be on ourselves. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. And that's all for us. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.